Hello all, and today we'll be taking a look at the Hot Wheels Premium Pop Culture Mix 6 for 2025. This is the last mix. I know that the next one is hotly anticipated since it's got Stranger Things and a really cool skyline. But before we get to 2026, we got to close out 2025 with this one. And there are some cool new additions like the Quadra Turbo RV Tech and the Airwolf Helicopter. So let's start unboxing them. Actually, I started with this one since that's the one I wanted the most. And funny enough is that I realized that no one else had reviewed them. So I just, I put them back just to start this whole review with that. But yeah, so there it is. Honestly, the card art's not that special. It's very similar, if not the same card art that we had for the other Cyberpunk one, the Porsche 911 Turbo. And here, if you're curious, that's the main character called V, which is customizable. So like, for example, I played this game and my V looked nothing like this. Now, speaking of the game, even though I played it, I don't remember this car. Funny enough, I don't remember the Porsche that was in there. The one that I remember most was the Rayfield Caliburn. Now, in this game, the only car that is licensed, that is a real car, is the Porsche 911 Turbo. But since it's a game that takes place in the year 2077, yeah, they put a bunch of different cars. The other one I remember was one that looked like a futuristic Golf, like orange Volkswagen Golf type of car. So yeah, but this one here is the Quadra Turbo RV Tech. It looks like so. It's got interesting, no, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the interior, at least from my angle here. It's got some interesting notations here. Okay, and yes, this is premium, so it's got Real Rider tires. I do like the gold paint used for the metal base. You've got, here you go, you got full tail light tampos. And yes, the wheels are mismatched. But yeah, the next one they should make should be the Rayfield Caliburn. If you're wondering what that is, it's like it's kind of like a futuristic Bugatti. And what's fun is that one's got a lot of opportunities for redecos. Since a lot of cars are customizable, what's fun about that one though, sorry, speaking of a totally different car, but in the Rayfield Caliburn, there's actually an Easter egg in the game where you can find a sort of like a cave. And there's a superhero called Mercman, and it's his Mercmobile. It's all in black. So yes, it is a take on Batman. So yeah, it'd be fun to have one day. All right, so we'll go to the next one. The next one, I'm gonna open up Snoopy here. All right, just a moment. And this one's probably the least interesting of the bunch. There you go. Because we've had it very recently. So in premium, we've had this guy for quite a while. I believe 2017, we've had this. So it was like in the retro series, retro replica series. And we had it again in 2024 in premium. And I mean, just this year we got it in non-premium, which is right here. And that's what I'm gonna show you for a comparison. Right, so what makes this premium is that it's got a metal base and Real Rider tires. I gotta say the tires are pretty cool. However, I gotta say another thing too is that compared to the one that's like at this point almost one fifth the price, right? Is that it? About one, depending on your market. There's not enough to go out and spend that much money. Because, for example, the part that is die-cast here, which is the doghouse and even the engine with the exhaust and all that, that's the part that's most apparent anyways. So I don't think you really lose much by having it being a metal base. Obviously, you can tell the difference. And yes, there's an extra quality, you get the nice tires, but does it add that much more? Like, is it that much better? Is it worth 5 times the price or 10 times the price on the market, right? Because this could be like what, $125 compared to like $10 in certain markets. So yeah, I don't think so. It's odd. But then again, the reason why we do have another Snoopy here is because when they plan these things out, the budget is for the entire mix. And so it's easier to, if you want to have a higher budget for something. So for example, in this case, we've got two new castings, one of them being the one for Cyberpunk. Then you're gonna have like a carryover to even out the budget spent. And that's why we get this. I mean, it's got okay elements, but I don't know. I mean, I bought it for the review. We'll say it that way. Yeah, Snoopy's the same. The only other difference is in the deco, which is different here. And that's another thing. I mean, usually when it comes to other cars, and we'll look at the Batmobile, for instance, or even this here is that you for sure we're guaranteed to have like painted headlights and taillights. That's fun. When it comes to this Peanuts car, it doesn't really offer much in terms of extra deco. All right. So here we got Snoopy. What was the official name? The official name was, yeah, that's right, Snoopy. Okay. Next, we're gonna go for the Citroën Type H. So this is interesting because I don't really get what's going on here. Hot Wheels tends to use this. They've used this seldom. This is only the third time that we've had the Citroën Type H. And while it's funny because it's a real car, but it's used, so far it's the second time that it's used for something that's not all related to a real car. Like it doesn't need to have a real car. It could have been any fantasy random van to just have this kind of deco. I would have personally much preferred the cool combi, but then again, we've already had a cool combi in Nightmare Before Christmas. And speaking of Disney, the first use of this specific casting was for a Disney-themed car. We've also had it in a diorama set. Now, while this is an ice cream truck of sorts, which by the way is still used as an ice cream truck in Europe, this one's been modified to be more of a racing vehicle. So like the doors in the back have been removed, and I believe here we've got some fire suppressants. Ooh, can't really see. Yeah, a bit. You can see there. The deco is cool. It's very Tim Burton-y, right? And we've got Jack Skellington's face right here. But honestly, I'm not really sure what it's conveying, aside from just having some fun Nightmare Before Christmas themed deco. Yeah, not really seeing it. Anyway, yes, we do have the painted headlights and taillights. So that's that. All right. Yeah, I'm a bit puzzled by this guy. And these are real riders. But yeah, not the greatest. Okay, now we're gonna get into some fun stuff here. This here is the Airwolf Helicopter. Now, this to me is emblematic to the fact that the premium series is clear for collectors. Because while, yes, this like seeing Snoopy here could be for kids, same for Nightmare for Christmas, that could be something fun that a kid could get. Maybe no kid knows what Airwolf is. I doubt anybody in their 30s knows what Airwolf is. I had to look it up. But yes, it's kind of like Kit or the Knight Rider or the A-Team. It was one of those shows back then. It had Ernest Borgnine. The idea was it was a team of kind of like the A-Team. It was a team of guys that go on missions that were Cold War themed. What's fun though is that the main centerpiece of the whole show was the Airwolf Helicopter, which was like a really high-tech helicopter. So that's fun. So it's kind of like the helicopter equivalent of Kit, if you want. I mean, I'm realizing now that a lot of shows in the 80s and 90s were about like having a team in a certain vehicle. The one that I used to watch as a kid was the one with, I think it was William Hurt, that took place in the submarine. That's what I used to watch as a kid. All right, anyways, we'll move on. So this is the Airwolf. Obviously, it's Hot Wheels doing an air vehicle, so I don't know if it's gonna have much traction. All right, but it is a brand new casting. And here it is. Here's the Airwolf Helicopter. Yeah, rotor spins here, in the back as well. There is some nice little added deco to it. There is some deco here as well with the yellow at the ends. But I'll be honest, it's kind of bland. I mean, the whole point is it's supposed to look like the helicopter in the show, so I can't, deduct points. But just as a toy itself, I gotta say it's not great. It's a very, very bland deco. And it's not even the type of black where you could see the different like panel lining or such. So no, you don't see it too well. It's just like you're seeing in the video. It's just like a sea of black. Yeah. And yes, we do have the typical stand, which has the Hot Wheels logo on it. And it goes like so. I gotta say, not enthralled by this one. If there's Airwolf fans, I'm sure this will be fun. So, I hope you have more fun with this than I do. But just as a diecast collector, I'm not seeing much here, especially for the value. Like then again, yeah, I mean, think about it, because the other ones have like Real Rider, right? Like, what does this have? This has just I guess you would call that an extra layer, right? If it was a mainline helicopter, you wouldn't have this in the back. But honestly, aside from that, I don't see much going on for that premium price point. Yeah, not seeing much. I mean, it is metal on metal though, so you do have both of these layers are metal. Okay, sorry, it's been a bit of a disappointing one, which I guess is why I was looking forward to the next case. All right, and the last one is the Batmobile from the Adam West TV show. And this one, like with Snoopy, we've had it before a few times. I think it was in the same retro series as Snoopy. Or at least, it was in the, how do you say this? I don't know if it was the same year, but it was in the same kind of series. All right. It's pretty good though. I do like it. I think while my highlight was this so far because it is unique. And it's gonna be fun to have with the other Cyberpunk cars whenever they get released. I gotta admit it. This is the nicest one of the bunch, even though it is something that we've had before. I really like how it's not black. It's a really, really nice metal flake dark blue. It's a beautiful color. And it comes across the camera too, you can see it. And yet the red highlights are all there, all great looking. Oh, it looks perfect. We even have like, for example, this element. I'm not even sure what that is, but you can see a little cross there in silver, highlighted. Oh, it looks phenomenal. And yeah, Real Rider tires and metal base. There you go, all the details in the back as well. Yeah. This is supposed to be the hottest one of the set. It's the one that, for example, when I did go to Walmart, I found a couple of boxes, some open, some not. And in the ones that were opened, this was the one that was missing. So I guess even though it's been released before, it was smart of Hot Wheels to release it again, easier on their budget, because it's just a carry forward, and yet there's still demand for it, which is good. Unlike, I'm gonna assume, Snoopy. I don't think it's gonna get sold too well. But yeah. So that's the set. You'll let me know which one you like best. And you'll let me know if you'll just skip this and wait for the next one. But at least I did want to give you a nice look at this. Like I said, my favorite is definitely the Batmobile. I didn't have it in my collection yet. It looks really good. I think this is a very fun effort. I'm kind of puzzled by this release. I have no connection to Airwolf, and I think as a diecast vehicle, there's not much to write home about. And for Snoopy, honestly, just stick to the main line. I don't think you're not getting 5 times the quality or car for 5 times the price. And I mean, look, I even have like some random defect here in the front. I mean, look at this. It's not like it matters. But just say that like we're not getting much quality for all that added money. All right. Well, on this note, I wish you all a wonderful day, guys. Okay. Bye.